Hey, yo, say hello to the bad guy, Scott Hall, and I've got a scoop for you. And we all know there's a lot of podcasts out there, and I encourage you to check out this one. It's called Going In Raw. You heard it here first. Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw News Brief. We're going to try to keep this one brief today, Larson. What's going on in the news?
John Cena.
John Cena's back.
Yeah, so on WWE Backstage last night, did you watch?
No.
No, of course you didn't. I didn't either. It was announced that leader of C Nation, you can't see him, John Cena, is
My
back.
my not so distant cousin.
There's no relation whatsoever. Is going to make his return to WWE programming February 28th. That's the episode of SmackDown. In fact, the episode of SmackDown after Super Showdown.
Wow.
So I think he said recently that he would like to have something to do at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So I would assume this is to start that.
He's got some big movies coming up, man.
He does.
He's got the Fast 9.
Uh-huh.
This latest in the Fast Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's part of the saga now.
He's part of the saga. He wants a saga. What's the saga, Larson? What's his match going to be at WrestleMania?
Oh, he's going to show up at SmackDown and say, hey, either Bray Wyatt or Bill Goldberg, you have something that belongs to me.
Man, wow. Ooh.
That's usually what he does when he shows up. He says, hey, I'm entitled to a title shot. Give me title shot.
Hold on a second. Tranquilo. There's a couple things getting in the way of that. Number one, isn't he like opposed to being to breaking Ric Flair's record?
Well, just because he comes out and says that he wants the title shot, A, doesn't mean he's going to get it.
Okay, wait a second, though.
And then B, doesn't mean he's going to win.
What about Roman Reigns and his title shot at WrestleMania?
That could still happen.
Yeah.
Just because Cena comes out and says, I want a shot at title, doesn't make it so. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if the under what premise is he going to show up? If I was a betting man, and sometimes I am, I'd bet on him coming and saying, hey, you have something that belongs to me because history has dictated he has done that several times.
Look, man, John Cena is no horse in a horse race. You can't be betting on him, okay? Number two. I don't know. So I think there's three
Actually,
scenarios.
I'm pretty sure I could have bet on him to win the Royal Rumble.
There's three. Yeah, you could have. There are three situations that I foresee happening. Dream match between him and Bill Goldberg at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. The one that I think should happen
It's probably him and Bray Wyatt.
would be him and the one that I think should happen is him and Roman Reigns.
All right.
Roman already called out The Rock for WrestleMania next year.
Yeah.
For SoFi Stadium in LA.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah. We'll see Hollywood.
Roman has already gotten the rub.
He's beat Cena before.
He's beat The Undertaker. That's a big deal.
He beat Cena at No Mercy already.
Yeah, but come on, this is like a passing of the torch
No,
thing.
we need Cena versus Bray again so Bray can get that W.
That's a good one too. You think that could happen at WrestleMania?
Yeah, why
Bray
not?
versus Cena for the Universal title.
Well, especially if Bray happens to drop that Universal title to old Bill.
Oh, that'd be a big like consolation prize if he drops the title to old Bill.
On Twitter. I can't remember who it was. Someone mentioned that possibility. I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a decent
Now I feel like
consolation
I
prize
should
right there.
find who did it.
Fair enough.
I read that like hours ago though, so good luck trying to find it.
Could you imagine that 1-2 punch though for Roman?
Good idea.
One year he beats Cena, the next year he beats The Rock. Those guys are the bearers of like the torches to be passed.
Or what if he beats Bill Goldberg one year and then beats The Rock the next year?
If he beats Bill Goldberg one year and then The Rock the next year, that'd be a pretty big deal too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we agree. It's one of those three names, right? Roman, Bray, Goldberg. It's not gonna be anything else, right?
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, those are pretty. All three of those are big names.
Yeah.
Goldberg versus Cena. Which one do you like the most, Bray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think from the storyline perspective, that's the most interesting one.
Yeah, maybe, but Bray would totally have to win.
Oh yeah, Bray would totally win.
I don't know, man. It's John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena's in the position of his career. I mean, man, he maybe wrestled once every 18 months.
He owes Bray that make good from a couple of years ago, huh?
He's in the stage of his career where he's putting people over.
All right, well, we'll find out.
He jobbed out hardcore to The Undertaker at WrestleMania a couple of years ago.
Hey, you know
he
we
got
should do
squashed.
We should do go back to doing a SmackDown live stream for that one.
All right,
special occasion.
3 days in a row will be live streaming because the day before is Super Showdown. It'll be that, and the day after is AEW Revolution.
Yeah, but Super Showdown's like on a Friday morning.
No, it's Thursday morning.
Oh, see, that ain't no big deal.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal.
That's like whatever. So that's cool. Whatever, we'll figure it out.
Speaking of huge deals, Steve, Shayna Baszler showed up on Raw this week and bit Becky Lynch in the back of her neck. So during his customary pre-takeover conference call, Triple H was asked about Shayna's roster status. Is she Raw? Is she NXT? What roster is she on? And Wally noted that he considered Shayna a full-time member of Team NXT, because after all, we are NXT. He did add, and these transcripts are from Fightful, quote, as far as right now goes, I sort of look at it like the sports team in a way, and you've got to make deals to get people to different places. So as far as I'm concerned right now, Shayna Baszler's still an NXT talent until we make a deal for her to go someplace else. Trades.
Yeah, that's a really interesting little bit.
There's more.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So
then.
does that mean there's a moment where Becky Lynch comes hunting for Shayna Baszler or vice versa? I don't know yet. We'll see.
Well,
so
he does know. He's lying about that. He does know.
He knows exactly. Anyways, yes, I like the idea because if there's trades, that dispels the notion that NXT is the minor leagues.
Now, do you?
Because you don't typically trade people from the major league squad to a different minor league team.
I'm pessimistic that he's actually tipping the hand there. That we should actually expect some sort of trade to take place. Do you actually expect some sort of trade to take place? You do?
It might not be consummated all at once, a la the Alexa Bliss for Brock Lesnar deal.
Yeah, right.
That went down around the draft time. But I would fully expect there to be a talent exchange.
Reciprocity.
Yes, I think so. Because otherwise, it's going to be the idea that NXT is developmental. People get called up from there, and they seem to be walking away from that idea.
Yeah. Well, this will be the real test. I'll just say this: this will be the real test of that.
Absolutely.
Because if they don't pull a deal, then that perception will remain.
I'll throw this out there. Say, because we heard that Asuka wants to go back to NXT. I'll just toss this out there. At Mania, Asuka and Kyrie lose those tag titles, and then they're like, "All right, we'll trade you Shayna Baszler for Asuka." Done.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler for Kevin Owens. He wants to do stuff in NXT too.
Kevin Owens would be good.
So, I mean, apparently there's no shortage of talent. So I want to spend some time back in
I've
Orlando.
got a name for you.
Huh.
The American Dragon himself, Daniel Bryan.
That'd be great.
How awesome would that be?
That'd be great. Daniel Bryan versus Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah, but then why would you ever watch SmackDown? Because Goldberg's there.
Well, I mean, like Bray Wyatt does interesting stuff. What's the space stuff you're watching over there? You get distracted so easily.
No. There's some other cool stuff on this conference call.
Yeah.
So I was looking at that. So we didn't mention this, but did we mention this yesterday? Simone Johnson, daughter of The Rock. She sort of officially had her Performance Center signing thing. This was kind of interesting here. He said ongoing discussions are always had with Paul Heyman and Bruce Pritchard about wanting to pluck talent from NXT. They have their moment in NXT, but the PC is trying to prepare people to have long, sustained success. See, that sounds more like a shoot, and that sounds more like a fakey fakes. It sounds like they're always talking to Heyman and Pritchard about who they want to take out of NXT.
Yeah, but hopefully Triple H will be like, okay, I understand that. Who you can give me in return?
I don't think it works that way, though.
Should.
I agree that it should.
Should.
Let's see here. He says he was happy he was able to surprise. This is all from Fightful, by the way. He was happy he was able to surprise people with Killer Cross and Timothy Thatcher. He says if anyone has seen them perform, they'll know why WWE signed them. Let's see here. Full Sail is one of WWE's most valued partners. He isn't even sure if he has a contractual obligation with Full Sail. It's more of a family relationship, and he sees it as being a strength and a learning experience. They're not just training wrestlers. Oh, then, of course, here he talked about Matt Riddle versus Brock Lesnar, albeit very briefly. Vince McMahon, according to him, has not expressed his disapproval to him about anything that Matt Riddle has said. Triple H confirms there was a conversation between Riddle and Lesnar. He doesn't care if they're working or legit. And then he says this: Brock is of the mindset that if you write checks, you better be able to cash them. Matt writes checks he can cash. Confirmed. Matt Riddle still uses checkbooks.
There you go. Yeah,
and a little check ledger.
There you go. No ATM card for Matt Riddle.
Nope.
He wants that paper trail.
Exactly. Doesn't matter if it's a 50-cent candy bar.
Nope.
Or a $30,000.
He doesn't carry any cash. Again, right. Paper trail.
Right. 53 cents. Here we go. Kmart. Wawa.
Wawa.
How do you spell Wawa, bro? All right, moving on, Larson.
Moving on. So this WWE stock, man, it's taking a beating.
Holy moly.
So it's
body blows.
Yeah, man, it's down to like by about 50% what it was like just 2 weeks ago. Anyways, Yahoo Finance reporting that JPMorgan analyst David Karnofsky,
JPMorgan,
quote, downgraded WWE from overweight to neutral. I really don't know anything that means. And cut its price target from $80 to $47.
Overweight sounds to me like bloated.
Yeah, that's what I would think. And neutral means like
this is where we think it is.
Kind of, yeah. And the price target is where they think the price of the stock should be.
Yeah.
So we did have it at $80, where it kind of was for a while.
Yeah.
And now $47, which is about $5 more than it is currently.
Yeah, wow, that's nearly half.
Why did he do this? Apparently, Karnofsky sees too many unknowns when it comes to WWE's financial future, saying, quote, in some ways, it feels like we're right back where we've been with the stock for the last 18 months and trying to estimate core content revenue and incremental margins, and adding that he'd be, quote, more constructive on the stock in the mid-30s price range. So if it dropped down another $7 or so, he'd be all bye.
Yeah.
2 days ago on the street, Wells Fargo analyst Stephen Cahill, quote, downgraded the stock to underweight from overweight.
Wow, man.
And cut his 1 year price target to $36 from $80, an even more significant drop amid various programming initiatives that he said aren't delivering profits.
Yeah, man. So the bottom line, if you're thinking, oh man, it's going to bounce right back up to $80 or $90, not so fast.
Right now it's at $42.37.
Right now is probably where it truly belongs.
Yeah, it's $42.65.
Unless there are, and they'd even said, in the Karnofsky guy had even said that he believes whatever third-party OTT pay-per-view deal that might be announced in the next month or two, that's probably built into the stock price now. So even another big announcement, unless it's mind-blowing, it's probably not going to affect the stock that much.
Yeah, because it went up a ton in the lead-up to and at the announcement of the deal with Fox. That's when it was approaching $100 a share. And, you know, maybe given that not much has really changed in terms of WWE's financials post that, we're seeing a pretty abrupt market correction in terms of the value of the stock, apparently.
If it shoots down to like $35, I might consider buying some.
Yeah, I may too.
You know, because it's gonna go back up like long term. WWE ain't going nowhere.
No, I'll at least go back up to the mid-40s. So
yeah,
you get a return of $10 a share. You get a few, couple dozen shares.
Get 10 of those, get $100, and let's go to Outback, man.
There you go, man. Dinner's on Vince.
You got that right. Anyways, I'll go back from neutral to overweight. Anyway. What do I say about not laughing?
Laughing makes you cough. You
I know,
make yourself
man.
chuckle. Anyways, let's talk NXT and AEW. They're on tonight.
Yeah, they are.
On NXT, the first entry here poses a question. Will Lio Rush or Angel Garza emerge as number one contender for NXT Cruiserweight titles? They have a decent-sized roster for old 205 Live, but apparently only two people will ever fight to be number one contender for that title.
I'll be honest. Those are the only two guys I care about right now. Them and Jordan Devlin, the actual champion.
Yeah.
They're all terrific.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Who do you think wins this match, man?
We've seen probably Angel Garza. Although we've seen Angel Garza versus Jordan. No, we haven't one-on-one, though.
If they're going to have
Fatal 4-Way, so it's got to be Angel Garza.
I would think it'd be Angel Garza. If they're going to have Devlin defend on like a kickoff show of, I don't know, Elimination Chamber or something like that,
yeah, then
Garza's already all over Raw. Fans know him more than Lio Rush. Maybe.
At least
more recently.
That's
a great match. Either way, it's going to be a great match.
Yeah.
Next, what will be the fallout of Velveteen Dream's return? What innuendo is he going to toss at Roderick Strong about his family?
Oh, is he going to limit it to one? Will Tommaso Ciampa be out for retribution ahead of TakeOver Portland?
Yes.
Most likely.
I'm assuming yes.
Go ahead, Steve.
Will Ripley or Belair get the upper hand?
Well, Belair will tonight because Rhea Ripley is going to win at TakeOver.
Correct. And then finally, how will Lee and Dijakovic, that's right, get ready for TakeOver? Lots of Arby's.
Yeah.
5 for 5.
Let's see a 5 for 5 feast at Arby's today. Or maybe let's get some Wawa sandwiches.
I'm going to go look at the 8-ball.
Says Arby night. AEW, this should be good. Mox versus Santana in an eye for an eye match. So is loser their eye for good?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Those are high stakes.
Replaced by Bionic Eye.
Those are eye stakes.
Those are very eye stakes. Another eye stakes match. Riho versus Nyla Rose. Man, they got to put that title on Nyla Rose. Let's jump start this lagging women's division, please, because Riho just sort of stands around and doesn't do nothing. She's a good wrestler, doesn't do nothing.
Great, yeah. Next, tag team title bout. Kenny and Hangman taking on SCU.
Oh, is this SCU's big rematch for the tag titles?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And then we've seen this before, but I'll see it again. Dustin Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, man.
That'll be a good match.
Heck yeah, man.
Who moves more like a 20-year-old, Dustin Rhodes or Sammy Guevara? The 50-year-old or the legit 20-year-old?
I don't know.
Dustin Rhodes moves so quick.
I know, and he's in his 50s.
I know, it's insane. It's weird. And then finally in the main event, MJF versus Jungle Boy.
Well, no, that's be the main event. Just because last time, probably the tag match might be the main event.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
it was just last.
I just figure MJF is like the big story, but yeah, you're right. That's probably not going to main event.
Either Mox Santana is going to main event or the tag match. I would think.
Oh yeah, probably a tag match is a title match. So yeah, sounds like a couple of good shows tonight.
Yeah, man.
I'll be plunked down on my couch enjoying a lot of wrestling.
Same.
All right, sounds good. Anyways, join us tomorrow for our reviews, recaps of both those shows. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Let's try to get this one up to 550 likes. I'm still under the weather. 550 is good. I'm not asking too much.
I'm under the weather, too, but I need a pick-me-up.
Oh, wow.
717.
Wow.
717 likes,
That's
please.
huge. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate it. Till next time. We'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.